Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are tackling an interesting algorithmic problem called remove covered intervals. This is a classic interval problem that tests your ability to sort and process data efficiently. By the end of this video, you will understand how to filter out redundant intervals using a simple greedy approach. First, let's make sure we are on the same page about what an interval is. In computer science, an interval typically represents a range of numbers defined by a start point and an end point. For this problem, we are looking at closed intervals, meaning the start and end numbers are included in the range. You can visualize them as bars on a number line, starting at point A and stretching to point B. So, what is the actual task? We are given a list of these intervals. Our goal is to identify and remove any interval that is completely covered by another interval in the same list. After removing all such intervals, we need to return the count of the intervals that remain. It is essentially a cleanup task to get rid of redundant data. Let's define exactly what we mean by covered. An interval A is covered by an interval B if A starts after or at the same time as B, and A ends before or at the same time as B visually. This means the covered interval fits completely inside the parent interval. It does not extend beyond the parent's boundaries on either side. The key to solving this efficiently is sorting. If we process the intervals in a random order, we would have to compare every interval against every other interval, which is very slow. Instead, we sort the intervals based on their start times in ascending order. This aligns them nicely from left to right, allowing us to process them in a linear scan. There is a crucial edge case in sorting. What if two intervals start at the exact same point? In this case, we must sort them by their end time in descending order. This ensures that the longer interval comes first. If we put the shorter one first, we might mistakenly think the longer one covers the shorter one later, but our logic relies on processing the potential parent first. Once sorted, we use a greedy approach. We iterate through the list and keep track of the furthest endpoint we have seen so far. For each new interval, we check its endpoint. If its endpoint is less than or equal to the previous maximum endpoint, we know it is covered because we already sorted by start time. If it extends further, it is not covered, and we update our maximum endpoint. Let's trace this with an example: 1 to 4, 2 to 8, and 3 to 6. First, we process 1 to 4. Our max end is 4. Next is 2 to 8. Since 8 is greater than 4, it is not covered, and we extend our max end to 8. Finally, we see 3 to 6. Since 6 is less than 8, and we know it started after 2, it is completely covered by the previous interval. We remove it. Let's talk about performance. The sorting step takes n log n time. The iteration itself is just a single pass, which is linear time O of n therefore. The total time complexity is dominated by the sorting, giving us O of n log, and the space complexity is O of 1, as we only need a few variables to track our state, ignoring the space taken by the sorting implementation. To wrap up, always sort your intervals first. Remember the special rule for tie-breaking start times: put the longer interval first. Then, perform a single pass to check for overlaps. This greedy strategy is elegant, efficient, and a very common pattern for interval problems. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.